into this first article. This one was very interesting for me. I was like, holy crap, what the heck is going on here? Yeah. So okay. So those that do not know, Splitgate 2 was announced, or not was announced, but the like co-founder CEO of, I think it was 1047 games, pretty much came to Summer's Game Fest, and they were talking about Splitgate 2 Battle Royale mode, right? And basically, he had a hat, which is this hat right here that says "Make FPS Great Again," which, you know, is kind of like a play off of the MAGA hat. You guys, or the MAGA hat, MAGA hat. You know, the "Make America Great Again." This triggered some people. First of all, it's like what he was saying on the stage, but mainly people were pissed off because of his hat. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. This is very interesting. So it says that Splitgate 2 director caves into gaming media, apologizes for wearing a "Make FPS Great Again" hat at Summer Game Fest. And if you guys seen in my video, I was like, ooh, I want that hat, because honestly, FPS games are in the shitter. I don't care what anybody says. It's just the writing's on the wall. FPS games are in the shitter. Every single FPS game that comes out, it's like it has to be esports related. So then it gets super competitive, super sweaty, and people that are just like casual, that just want to play the game and have fun, it just gets ruined for them. So this is what they were saying. They said that at the launch of Splitgate 2 was meant to be a celebration, but controversy quickly overtook the spotlight, centered not on gameplay, but on the hat, which is interesting. So they said at Summer Games Fest at the past weekend, game director Ian, Prolix, I don't know, of 1047 Games took the stage wearing a black baseball cap adorned with the phrase "Make FPS Great Again." The slogan, a play on well-known campaign phrase associated with the President Donald Trump, immediately sparked criticism across social media and major gaming outlets, who framed the gesture as politically charged. See, my thing is, I would say game recognize game, right? I would say this: if you are in the gaming industry and you are pushing political ideologies and things like that, yes, this is the first thing that's going to speak out to you. If you're not, you're going to be you're probably one of the people just like me, where you're like, yes, let's make FPS games better, because back then the games were good, now they're shitty. We want good FPS games now. It's just like how PlayStation, you see them, they're doing single player games. You see that Koei Tecmo is doing doing what games that came out? They did Dynasty Warriors. They got Ninja Gaiden Black 2 that they shadow dropped, and then on top of that, they also have freaking Ninja Gaiden 4 that's going to be coming out. Apparently, people want good games. Like, we're tired of all this political shit that's going on in video games. We are sick and tired of it. We never wanted it in there. It's something going on, something in the air, something in the water. I don't know what it is, but the entertainment and video game industry is so much stupid shit going on. People are adding in things that nobody asked for, nobody wanted at all, and now they're paying for it. Now they're like, oh, I don't know why people are mad about it. I don't know why. Clearly, you know why. And the thing that confuses me, right? That confuses me. The thing that makes me laugh is, remember this hat, right? It's not what he said, which I think is pretty funny. So then he said that, who insists the hat was intended to be taken at face value as a commentary on the current state of first-person shooters, told IGN. He did not regret wearing it. He said that, my friends and I, we talk about how bored we are with modern FPS games, like everybody else. It kind of says what we feel, which is we want to make an awesome game, and we're not happy with the state of FPS games, pretty much. He noted the slogan has been widely memed, referencing the 2017 image of Kojima wearing a similar "Make TV Great Again" hat, which drew little reaction at the time. We thought this was something that was going to be memed to death. All this stuff happened, right? So then, basically, let me give you a little bit of background of this. He also, while he was presenting, like he was talking about Splitgate 2 in the BR, he was like, basically, we're sick and tired of these games. He's like, the reason why we made Splitgate 1, because we were bored, and also we were sick, like we love playing Halo. He's like, I love playing Halo. He's like, I'm sick and tired of the same Call of Duty, called Activision Blizzard, having the same damn Call of Duty. And he's like, and also, we just wanted to have Titanfall 3. We just wanted to play Titanfall 3. Talking about EA with Titanfall 3, because you guys do not know what happened with EA. This is on an article somewhere that, let me see if I can actually find it. Hold on. I'll have to find it somewhere. But I remember that it was there's projects that closed down from EA, and I was like, holy crap. And one of the projects was something that dealt with the Titanfall universe. So people were speculating, saying it was Titanfall 3. He basically said that, and that's what people thought the controversy was coming from, was from what he said, not from his hat, right? So then later on, he comes up and he goes on Twitter and he posts this. He says, I'm not here to apologize, but I'm here to clarify. This is not a political statement. It is quite literally what it says. So take it at face value. And he says, the state of multiplayer FPS games is tragically stale. We hope to fix that, whether you want arena, battle royale, onslaught, or map creator, Ian. Right? So basically, that's what he was saying. Going down here, he also said this. He said, despite the attempt to distance the message from politics, Prolix hat was quickly interpreted by progressive gaming media as a veiled political statement. IGN's coverage went so far as to draw parallels between the slogan and ongoing political unrest in Los Angeles, claiming that the hat could be upsetting in light of nearby supposedly peaceful protests involving ICE raids and National Guard deployment. And he's simply just talking about the games themselves. He's just talking about the game. This is why they need to talk to the person first and ask, hey, why did you want that? Why were you wearing the hat? Well, clearly they did that. But the issue is they wanted to change it up and make this narrative that he was doing it as a political stunt, as a political statement, which is stupid. This is something that pisses me off when it comes to IGN and legacy media, is when they start twisting things when the person told you why they are wearing the hat. That's it. So then they said, from defiance to apology. At first, Prolix stood firm. In his IGN interview recorded Sunday, he said, I don't regret what I said. I'm speaking my truth and my intent to make a great game for everybody. So remember, he's still on the video game aspect when media and everybody were pushing it towards politics and stuff. Then he said, but by Tuesday, Prolix reversed course and issued an apology in a video message posted online, which is this right here. This is what he said.
Guys, it's Ian. You're probably tired of seeing my face by now, but I promise this message is going to be a little bit different than the previous ones. So I've got a lot of questions about what's up with the hat, why'd you wear it, what was the intent? And I want to start by explaining myself. It is really freaking hard as an independent studio to break through the noise. You go to these award shows. We saw it at TGA's. We had this great trailer, and there's 50 other great trailers, and didn't really have an impact. And so at our biggest stage, coming out of beta, we needed something to grab attention. And the honest truth is we tried to think of something, and this is what we came up with. We did not intend for this to be taken in any political way whatsoever. And I'm not an idiot. Obviously I knew there would be some level of controversy, but we really saw this as a meme that was kind of stating our truth, which is we do want to improve this genre. We are disappointed with the state of the genre. And so we took it as a meme that we thought would not be nearly as received the way it was, negatively received as the way it was. And so I want to apologize. And genuinely, you can pretend, you don't have to believe me. But the truth is I am sorry. And the reason I'm sorry is because of what this has done to the community. The most important thing to me right now is I want to have an amazing community. That is the reason that I built 1047. That's the reason I love my job, is because I wake up every day. I have friends in the community, Mikavelli, Tovar, all these great people who I play games with, who I get their feedback, I talk to them. These are the people who got us through the dark times. And I hate seeing division. And that's what I'm seeing right now on both sides. There's division in the community. And for that, I am truly sorry. And again, I'll reiterate, I do stand by the intent of this, which is the intent truly is take it at face value. We do want to improve this genre. We do feel that the genre is in a bad state, and we want to make FPS games as amazing as possible. But I also understand that it's not just about intent, it's about impact. And the platform that we have had has had a negative impact, and for that I'm truly sorry. Yeah, I mean, I wish things were different, and I appreciate all the feedback. That's all I got, guys, but I wanted to put this out there. And I hope you'll stick with us. I hope you'll keep the feedback coming. For now, we're just going to go back to listening and focusing on the game and nothing else. Thank you.
So, as you see there, the man apologized for pretty much the hat. And he said, like, in the community there was division. But the thing is, this wasn't his fault. The issue was that legacy media turned it into a political thing, which made it divisive. So the people that should be apologizing, it should be the gaming media, like IGN, who that made the report of it, trying to create a parallel with his hat compared to what's going on in LA and everything. That was uncalled for. That was completely uncalled for. That made the game, and also that made him look bad because of what they said. And remember, IGN, this ain't the first time that they've done things like this. Remember, they talked smacked about Black Myth Wukong, where they were saying, oh, there's not enough women in Black Myth Wukong. But then if you played the game later on, there's like a ton of women in it. So it is crazy. Yes, people are so damn soft. What's going on, Bandit? Everybody's just so, like, people are just so damn soft about it. So anyway, he apologized for it. And here's the thing. People said this. They said, so Jeremy said this. He said, from Geeks and Gamers wrote, never apologize. You just effed up big time. I will never let these freaks determine who or what I support. YouTube personality Smash JT added, oof, never apologize for these Marxists. See, I'm not going to say all that, but Drums also said, he said, don't do that. He said, you're throwing away all this gamer goodwill. He said that they will only come after you and everyone else harder now. So basically what they were talking about is he stood his ground 10 toes down, right? And I'm not entirely sure if like a bigger company or somebody talked to him and said, hey, you need to apologize, or what. Maybe he was like, man, this ain't good, let me apologize, or something like that. What happened was basically he bent the knee. He showed mercy and was like, okay, I'm not going to do this, which is unfortunate because now we're all thinking like, okay, he just did that. Say for instance, he makes another game and he presents it. Now he has to be careful of how he's presenting a game or what he says, because the same people that just did him dirty to make him apologize are going to make him bend backwards to try to please them and everything. And that's something we don't want to happen, especially in the FPS genre of how shit's just going downhill. So then they said this. They said, wow, outlets like IGN framed his gesture as insensitive and inflammatory. Many fans interpret it as humorous or even refreshing critique of the stagnation of the FPS genre. Supporters of the guy or of Ian, original stance emphasized frustration and formulaic nature of modern shooters and praised his call for innovation. Yeah, because right now we know that in FPS games it is complete dog water. Like it's complete bullshit, total bullshit. Like what's going on in the FPS genre right now, because everything is, you know, free to play. Like there's so much that's going on. Like there's free to play, and then there's like also you got to pay for the version of pay for the game. The people that pay for the game, the quality is not great enough, and they're like, this should have been free to play. Then if you have free to play, then you have the companies trying to make up microtransactions. They're trying to make back for how much it costs to make the game, right? But then people don't like microtransactions. So it's like, well, what do you want? Do you want a free to play game that's going to be that's going to get you riddled up with or that's going to be riddled up with microtransactions, or are you going to pay a whatever price point for the game straight up and have little to none microtransactions? Actually, I wouldn't say to none, but like a smaller amount of microtransactions compared to, you know, a free to play game. So that's what's going on. And it's one of those things. Like I'm like thinking of it as the game industry standpoint as well. It's like, well, you got to choose between the two. Me, I'd rather just buy my game at face value, like of what it is, $60, $70, not $80, $60 or $70, right? Or $40 or $50, and then not have to worry about microtransactions at all. That's just me, because they're not as, it's not as much thrown in your face. Now, I know somebody might say something about Call of Duty. I don't play Call of Duty anymore, but Call of Duty now, I see that they put ads in like when you're building weapons and stuff as well, which I thought was insane. But just think of this. If they did not have Warzone, or if Warzone was a standalone game, actually no, it's technically a standalone. If Warzone was, let me go back. If Warzone was not in the picture, and if they weren't so heavy on microtransactions, you'd barely see them. You would barely see them. The only time you see them is like a lot is when they first appear, like when they first appear in the store and stuff like that. It's insane that all this is because of a gaming article or a legacy gaming magazine decided to just screw everything up for them. So it says not only controversy, but they says it had wasn't the only source of friction. They said that Ian also criticized Call of Duty on stage, saying that I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year. The remark led to online arguments between Splitgate and Call of Duty communities. A since deleted tweet from the official Splitgate account responded to a developer by mocking the sameness of Call of Duty titles. Ian also clarified that he wasn't behind the post, but took responsibility, calling it a misstep. They apologize for that too. They decided to put their political views in the magazine. Exactly, man. And that's why I'm sick and tired. Like I don't rely on the source of IGN. The only time I look at IGN is like for a guide, like when I'm playing Destiny and I need to find out like the guide for dungeons and stuff, and IGN pops up, I'll use that. But when it comes to like stuff about video games and stuff, no. It's same thing with PC Gamer. When PC Gamer started throwing politics into their website, I'm like, bro, you are PC Gamer. You should be talking about PC components. You talk about the freaking high markups of graphics cards, of like how much they are now compared to what they were like 4 years ago. Like that's what it should be. But no, they want to throw in politics onto the thing. So I don't like their stuff either. All right, so what was that? They said whether you like my original statement or not, that is what I'm trying to accomplish here. A product of what people want to support when we were listening. So again, basically what happened with this whole story is that he is meaning one thing. He was sticking solely to one thing. He wanted FPS games to be good again, not being dominated by Call of Duty, because we all know what's going on with Call of Duty. Call of Duty is basically at the top, right? They have no competition. So they are sitting relaxed. They are very comfortable. They don't give a damn about what happens, clearly, because you see the game's running rampant with cheaters. There's issues where people are cheating where they actually like can crash the game, things like that. And what does Call of Duty do? They just throw in cosmetics, more cosmetics. That's what's going on. Because Call of Duty, they're like, all right, there's issues with this game. Well, I mean, we're already working on the next game, so let's just focus on the next game. The next game comes out, people say, this is it, because we all know, apparently I'm looking at my Xbox now, it says that Call of Duty Black Ops 7, they say they can wishlist it now. It's like, people are saying like already on Twitter, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is gonna be it. But then what's gonna happen when that gets riddled with cheaters, right? What's gonna happen when you get freaking bundles thrown in your face constantly? What if they're gonna take stuff now? Like what if they're gonna take like stuff in modes that we're waiting on to happen, and that gets thrown behind a paywall because they're all about money. So that's all I got for this video, and it's just crazy to see like this guy had to apologize because of what legacy media did. If the man never apologized, people would still be behind him. People would still there'd be a huge community supporting behind him. But then the fact that he apologized, now there's divisiveness in the community even more, because they're like, dude, you just bent the knee to them. So now I'm not even sure. And then some people are like, they're still rock with it type of thing. So you still have divisiveness anyway. So that's all I got for the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys were in his shoes, would you apologize? I know I wouldn't. I'd say I said what I said. FPS genre is complete shit. I said it when X Defiant was out at the time, and now we don't have X Defiant. We have Splitgate now, which is good. But that's it. We have Splitgate and Call of Duty, which sucks. Well, later on we might have Battlefield whenever that comes out. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about. Appreciate you guys checking this video out, and if you guys made it this far, I deeply appreciate it. All right, and it's your boy Alpha Channel. See you guys later. Peace.